Hello, folks. Welcome to my channel, Enrique's Paradigm. Before I get started, can I please have you like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you get my latest video when it comes out? Today, I want to talk about agriculture and rural development in the Philippines. A large section of the population, particularly those living in the rural regions, depend on agriculture as their primary source of income, making it the cornerstone of the Philippine economy. Crop production, cattle, fisheries, and forests are all included in this sector, which also contributes to employment, export revenue, and food security. In the Philippines, agriculture is an important industry that makes a substantial economic contribution, employing a sizable percentage of the labor population and supplying vital food resources. But it has many obstacles that prevent it from growing and being sustainable. The Philippine Rural Development Project is one of the many current rural development efforts that aims to improve rural infrastructure, increase agricultural output, and ultimately improve the lives of Filipino fishermen and farmers. Securing food security and improving the standard of living in rural areas depend on striking a balance between economic expansion and environmental practices. Difficulties Philippine agriculture faces. The Philippines' agricultural industry is crucial, yet there are several obstacles in the way of its expansion and advancement. Among these difficulties are changes in climate. Typhoons, droughts, and rising sea levels are just a few of the effects of climate change that the Philippines is particularly susceptible to. These climate related disasters usually cause serious economic losses and food insecurity by harming fisheries, crops, and livestock. Although the government and other stakeholders are attempting to create farming techniques that are climate resilient, more effort has to be done to reduce the risk. Ownership of land and division. In the Philippines, land ownership is frequently dispersed, with many smallholder farmers holding less than 1 hectare of land. It is difficult for farmers to invest in infrastructure or modern technologies because of this fragmentation, which also restricts economies of scale. To address these problems, land reform initiatives have been put in place, but development has been sluggish and the subject of land tenure is still divisive. Restricted financial and technological access. Productivity is hampered by the restricted availability of modern agricultural technologies for many farmers in the Philippines. Furthermore, it might be difficult for smallholder farmers to get funding for inputs like machinery, fertilizer, and seeds. It is also more difficult for farmers to recover from natural disasters or changes in the market when they do not have access to loans or insurance. Post harvest losses and infrastructure. In the Philippine agriculture, post harvest losses are a major problem, especially for perishable commodities like fruits and vegetables. Farmers' earnings are decreased and food waste is increased as a result of these losses, which are caused by inadequate storage facilities, inadequate transportation infrastructure, and ineffective supply networks. To overcome these issues, investments in rural infrastructure, such as farm to market highways, cold storage facilities, and processing facilities, are essential. Number one, Philippine agriculture's significance. As of early 2023, the Philippines agriculture sector, which makes up around 9% of the nation's GDP, is the backbone of the national economy. Approximately 25% of the working population, or more than 10 million Filipinos, depend on agriculture as their primary source of income. The industry includes farming, fishing, cattle raising, and forestry, illustrating its varied function in supporting a large number of rural households with both food and cash. Number two, importance, important farm products. A vast range of agricultural products are produced in the Philippines, which serve as a foundation for both domestic and international markets. Rice, corn, sugarcane, coconuts, bananas, and pineapples are among the major crops. Since the nation is among the world's top producers of rice, it accounted for 2.8% of the world's production as of 2010. Rice is especially significant. In the industry, livestock products include in hogs, cattle, and poultry are also important, with chicken being the most popular meat source. Number three, obstacles the agriculture sector faces. The Philippines agriculture industry faces many challenges despite its significance. One of these is the regular conversion of agricultural land for residential and commercial projects, which lowers the safety of arable land. The industry also has to contend with issues including limited infrastructure, natural disasters, and climate change. Since 78% of farms are less than 3 hectares, it is challenging for farmers to upgrade their operations and realize economies of scale. The industry's problems are made worse by problems including expensive equipment, ineffective supply networks, and restricted access to financing. Numerous farmers and fishermen live below the federal poverty line, making rural poverty a serious problem. Number four, initiatives and policies of the government. Understanding the importance of agriculture, the Philippine government has launched a number of programs and policies to promote rural development. The Department of Agriculture is the principal organization in charge of agricultural and rural development initiatives, with a emphasis on increasing sustainability and productivity while giving rural residents access to employment possibilities. The Philippine Rural Development Project, or PRDP, which got underway in 2014 with assistance from the World Bank, is one of the important initiatives. Through the implementation of infrastructural projects and the provision of technical assistance to local government entities and producer associations, the initiative seeks to increase rural incomes and farm production. Notable achievements of the PRDP include a 60% rise in household earnings in places that gain from better infrastructure, such as farm to market highways. Number five, climate change role. The Philippines agricultural industry faces a immediate threat from climate change, which will exacerbate current issues and lower agricultural productivity. Natural disasters like typhoons and flooding occurring more frequently interrupt crop output and destroy infrastructure required for farming and fishing. El Nino related rise in temperatures and protracted dry spells reduce yields, especially for essential crops like corn and rice. In order to guarantee long term sustainability and food security, the government and other organizations must give climate resilience top priority when developing agricultural policies and practices. Number six, objectives and rural development. Programs for rural development, such as the PRDP, are essential for tackling the complex problems that the agricultural industry faces. These programs aim to enhance rural livelihood, increase agricultural productivity, improve market accessibility, and improve rural infrastructure. Through utilizing local expertise, assets, and collaborations, these initiatives aim to create a more resilient and competent agriculture industry. Number seven, agricultural development future. The Philippines' prospects for agriculture and rural development are still cautiously positive, provided that policies are implemented well and the community is involved. Modernizing farming methods, expanding financial availability, and streamlining supply networks are all important investments that might boost productivity and promote rural development. In addition, Coordinating agricultural programs with more comprehensive economic strategies may promote equitable development and guarantee the prosperity of rural areas. Additionally, sustainable practices will be crucial, necessitating the promotion of ecological friendly farming practices and the fight against deforestation. In addition to helping farmers, climate change adaptation will guarantee food security for the whole country. In conclusion, agriculture plays a critical part in the Philippines for the population's food, security, and economic well being. Government organizations, the private sector, and the civil society must work together to address the unique problems and the agricultural industry faces. The livelihoods of millions of people can be secured in the future by programs like the PRDP, which focus on sustainable farming methods and offer encouraging examples for rural development. It will take coordinated efforts to build infrastructure, empower communities, and reform policies in order to achieve these goals and build a resilient agricultural industry that can handle a variety of difficulties in the future. By working together, the Philippines can guarantee a successful and sustainable agricultural future that will benefit the country and its farmers alike. All right, folks, thank you for watching. And until next time, have a good day.